Have you ever been in a situation where you really wanted to focus, but no matter how hard you tried, you couldn't? You tell yourself, today I'm gonna get this done, but then you can't. You plan to read a book, but your mind refuses. You set a goal to finish a project or write an article, but you don't. Sometimes you even plan to go somewhere, but you procrastinate instead. And it's not just about work. You may even want to meditate, but you find that you can't focus at all. Have you ever faced such a situation? Welcome to Observation Lab. In this video, I'll talk about why we get distracted and, more importantly, how we can train our mind to stay focused. Most of the time, when we try to concentrate, our approach is to block everything else out. For example, if I want to read a book, I try to ignore every other thought running through my mind. But this creates conflict. A part of my mind wants to focus on reading, another part wants to go outside, eat something, watch TV, scroll social media, or do 100 other things. When I try to push these thoughts away, I end up struggling with myself. That struggle becomes the real obstacle. Think about it. You are reading, but a noise outside catches your attention. A child cries, a bird chirps. At the same time, you feel an urge to check TikTok or Facebook. You scold yourself saying, "Don't get distracted." But the harder you fight, the more restless you feel. This is the problem with how we usually think of concentration. We try to force the mind into one narrow channel while rejecting everything else. But what if we reversed the approach? Instead of struggling, what if we simply observe? Our five senses naturally register sounds, sights, and sensations. The mind itself remembers past experiences. It also falls into habits and generates desires. Instead of fighting these, we can allow them to appear. We notice them and gently return to the task at hand. When you want to read and an urge arises to check TikTok, don't fight it. Just recognize it. Say to yourself, my mind wants this now. By acknowledging instead of resisting, you reduce inner conflict. That doesn't mean you should go and check TikTok. It simply means you understand the urge. You give it space to exist without acting on it. Meditation helps here. Before beginning something, take a deep breath. Let everything be as it is. Don't try to force silence. Don't try to crush distractions. When thoughts or urges arise, simply notice them. Over time, this awareness reduces the inner struggle. Then focus comes more naturally. The main challenge is not distraction itself. It's the conflict within the mind. Once you are in harmony with yourself, focus becomes possible. Sometimes the real reason the mind won't focus is because deep down it doesn't find the task meaningful. If something feels truly important or interesting, the mind leans toward it effortlessly. But even when tasks feel dull or obligatory, like studying for an exam, we can bring calm awareness instead of resistance. That makes focus possible. This reminds me of a story. King Janak, ruler of ancient Mithila, was wealthy and powerful. Yet he was restless. He sought wisdom from sage Ashtavakra. The sage gave him a challenge: a bowl filled to the brim with oil. Walk around your palace without speaking spilling a single drop, he instructed. Janak did so successfully. When he returned, Ashtavakra asked, "What did you think about your wealth, family, or kingdom?" Janak replied, "Nothing at all. I only thought about the bowl and not to spilling the oil." Ashtavakra smiled and said, "King, if you live with that same focus where no distractions touch you, you will find true liberation." I'd like to end today's episode with this beautiful story. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you next time.